Lane Tech Flag Football is on the air, live from Winamax Stadium on the north side of the greatest city in the world. It is the Elite Eight of the second annual Chicago Public League Flag Football Playoffs. Regular season records no longer matter. What you did last week no longer matters. It's win or go home for these two teams. The number 9 seeded Northside College Prep Mustangs defeated the Agricultural Science Cyclones last Thursday, while the Lane Tech champions handled the Sen Bulldogs for the third time this season. Tony McHale reporting today with camerawoman extraordinaire Mary Avery. We are coming to you on the Lane Tech Athletics YouTube channel with this afternoon's action between your number 1 seeded Lane Tech champions and the Northside Mustangs. This year's playoffs have already seen a number of upsets. Last Thursday, defending Chicago Public League champions and number 4 seed Back of the Yards lost to Dunbar, and number 5 seed the Whitney Young Dolphins lost to Kenwood. Chicago Public Schools have partnered with the NFL Flag and the Chicago Bears to start the Flag Football League in 2021 with 22 teams. Then Bears head coach Matt Nagy and Bears Care donated cleats, and Nike and the NFL held skills camps during the season for the teams. In 2022, the league has expanded to 50 CPS teams and will now grow outside the city with teams in Rockford and the Western Suburban Conference. It is the goal of the Chicago Public League to make this an IHSA authorized varsity sport by the start of the 2024 season. As you might be able to tell, it is a rainy day here in Chicago. After a late summer and 12 games of almost perfect weather, the last two games for Lane Tech will be played in less than ideal conditions. Last Thursday when they beat Sen, it was pouring down rain with some heavy wind. It seems that the wind that we had earlier this morning has died down, but the rain continues to pour, intermittently drizzling and coming down sideways in buckets. Thanks to everybody at CPS who let us inside today so we could have a dry broadcast and bring you this Elite 8 game between the Lane Tech champions and the Northside Mustangs. These two teams have not met so far this season, but the early scouting report on Northside is that they are very similar to the Whitney Young team that we played mid-season, with some two-sport athletes on their team, some basketball players, a couple lacrosse players, and a quarterback that can throw the ball downfield, as well as our own Marissa Yulee. So there is a minute and 14 seconds left on the clock before this game gets underway. Both teams are on the field warming up. Both teams have been here for a while, so they are already drenched. So we will wait and see what kind of effect this weather will have on the game today. Lane Tech comes into this tournament seeded number 1, 12-0 in the regular season. We don't have a lot of information on Northside. I apologize. I also don't have a roster. But they were the number 9 seed in the tournament, beat the Chicago Agricultural High School last Thursday, who was number 8. So we mentioned at the top of the show the upsets that occurred last week, with Dunbar beating defending champions Back of the Yards, and Kenwood, always powerful in all their athletics, defeating Whitney Young. The winner of today's contest will face the winner of that game, which is occurring right now, maybe at Lane Stadium, next on Thursday in the semifinal. On the other side of the bracket, Chalk held, and Taft will face undefeated Simeon, and Westinghouse will face undefeated Morgan Park. So the winner of those two games will face off on Thursday, with the championship being held at 7 o'clock this Saturday at Lane Stadium. So please join us there if you are able. So 3-game possibility of Chicago and hopefully in Illinois. Westinghouse got a huge cover on the Sun Times Saturday sports section with their flag football team. Looks a little bit like Lane's uniforms if you look at it. But just great coverage. Chicago Public League and Chicago Public Schools have done a great job promoting this sport the last 2 years. Lots of coverage from the Chicago Sun-Times in their great prep section. We thank them always. Great coverage from the Lane Tech Champion, the school newspaper. Has had somebody covering every game. So the girls continue to warm up on the field. Northside has gone into a huddle about the 40-yard line, getting last-minute instructions from their coach. So what's going to happen today? Lane Tech has just dominated this regular season. They have allowed just under 5 points per game in their first 13 games. So they bring not only the strength of Marissa Yuli's arm in that offense, but a strong defense that has not really given up any points this year. The 2 games they were challenged most in was Taft. They allowed a first drive touchdown. Taft converted the 2-point conversion for 8, but that was the last points they scored in that game. The other game that was tough, that was a 10-point game, was the Whitney Young game. Whitney Young scored a touchdown late in the first half in that game and then scored a bizarre second touchdown with the game out of reach when the referee deemed that Lane Tech was a little slow getting back onto the field on defense and let Whitney Young run a play with no defense on the field. So those are the 2 games where they've been challenged the most this year, Whitney Young and Taft. I think this is, from what I've heard and talking to some of the players, this is a really good Jones team. Two or three sport athletes, a quarterback that can throw the ball. So it's going to come down to defense today and a couple breaks with this weather. Ball's going to be slippery, hard for the quarterbacks to hold on to. Maybe we look for a big game from Florencia Fabian, who has 6 rushing touchdowns on the season, to lead this or be tied on the team with Marissa Yuli, who also has 6 rushing touchdowns. Florencia had a rushing touchdown last week against Sen. So we are down to 1:25 on the clock. We will get this game underway. The rain seems to have let up just a little bit. It's coming out of our south, which is right to left on your television or computer screen. Winamac Stadium, more or less on the campus of Amundsen High School on the north side of Chicago. Foster and Damon. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with the start of this afternoon's game between your Lane Tech champions and the Northside Mustangs. The first downs are the 20, the 40, the 40, the 20, and the touchdown. Gotcha. So it's just the lines, no matter where you start. So if you start on the
clock, running stops with 1 minute left.
Right.
And completion just still goes during the regular game.
Yeah. So even if you were to start on your own 39, the first down is still the 40.
Oh, so 1 yard you got.
1 yard.
4
I think
yards.
she's trying to get your attention.
What that?
We usually have.
Hey, there you go. Yeah.
Oh, there's one. Okay, I
Thank
don't
you.
recognize it.
Yeah. The question I would ask, and I don't know, I think it run even after a touchdown. I think it continues to
Still
run.
runs it.
I think, yeah. But you can confirm with them. Welcome back to coverage of your Lane Tech champions and the Northside Mustangs in this Chicago Public League flag football elite game. We are waiting on the referees to show up. We have one that we can see. We would like to play with two if at all possible. One referee and one side judge to help spot the ball on plays. For those of you who are just joining us today for this Elite 8 game, we'll go over some of the rules as we get there. A little different from tackle football. It's a quick game, 2 20-minute running halves. The clock only stops inside of 1 minute on incomplete passes and out of bounds. Each team has 3 timeouts for the game. And there are some other rules that we'll go over, and some become evident as we see the play.
No lights?
So yeah, it's 5 o'clock here in Chicago. It's been raining all day. No lights here at Winnemac. So we need to get this game started. The games usually take about an hour. So sunset, as it were, has been about, I think, 6:25 or so the last couple days. So we should be in there. So we should have time if we can get another referee to start this game. And we can always start it with just one ref. So Lane Tech continues to warm up, throwing passes at the 45-yard line. Northside in their jackets on the far side, waiting to get this game started. So we'll take another quick break, and we'll be right back with coverage of the Elite 8 Chicago Public League flag football game. Number 1 seeded Lane Tech versus number 9 seeded Northside Mustangs. Welcome back to Lane Tech Flag Football. This is the Elite 8 game of the second annual Chicago Public League playoffs. Just got an update. We are waiting on the second referee. So it is 5:03 here in Chicago. There's 20 minutes on the clock. Just waiting for that second official to show up. Both teams are ready. Lane Tech getting final instructions about the 45-yard line. Northside doing some tumbling routines on the far sideline. So it has been a great inaugural season for this Lane Tech flag football team. They are currently 13-0, finished the regular season 12-0, won their conference. There were 6 conferences this year in the Chicago Public League flag football division. 24 teams made the playoffs. The first 8 teams played last Tuesday to earn their place in the Sweet 16. The Sweet 16 games were played last Thursday at a variety of locations across the city of Chicago. Lane Tech and Sen played on the far south side on Thursday night. Lane Tech defeated Sen for the 3rd time this season. 3 times because Sen did us a huge favor coming to Lane Tech Stadium for our homecoming game early on a Saturday morning in mid-September. This is the first time we'll face these these Northside Mustangs. We had a game scheduled with them earlier in the season. But they had a makeup game that they had that took precedence over our non-conference game. So the first time we've seen them, we've got some scouting reports, a strong quarterback, good athletic team, good defense. One of the coaches said they mimic a lot of what Lane Tech does as far as offensive formations and defensive formations. So we will see. If you want to get your football cliches on this game, is going to turn on to who can hold on to the football. It's going to be slippery out there. You do not turn over a fumble if you're on offense and you try a running play and the ball hits the ground. It's just dead where it is. You retain possession. Lane Tech has been really good at taking the football away this year. In 13 games, they have 22 interceptions. 9 of them have been returned for touchdowns. So as powerful as they've been on offense, they've matched that on defense. Just to give you some stats going into today's game, Marissa Yulee, who's been quarterback for this team for the entire season, has 43 touchdown passes in 13 games. So it looks like we're going to go out for the coin toss right now, make this game started with 1 referee. So Eliza McHale, Marissa Yulee, captains for your Lane Tech champions. The captains for Northside have on their rain jackets, so can't give you any numbers. Again, I apologize. I was unable to get a roster for Northside, so we'll just use their numbers. But Marissa Yulee has 43 touchdown passes on the season, 6 rushing touchdowns, and 2 receiving touchdowns. Both of those come from Christy Savoyeva. Christy Savoyeva has 24 total touchdowns on the season, 5 returned interceptions, 1 punt return, 14 receiving touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown, and 3 passing touchdowns. 46 total passing touchdowns for Lane Tech this season, 14 rushing touchdowns. Excuse me. 1 punt return and 9 pick sixes. So the coin toss has been done. We didn't see an indication of who won the toss. There are 21 girls in uniform for Lane Tech this season. So fans from both teams are on this west side of the stadium. So it'll be hard to tell. You might be able to hear the crowd noise, but not really sure who they're cheering for at any given time. It looks like Northside is going to start with the ball. They will start on their own 20-yard line.
Who's home team?
Lane Tech. So Lane Tech is going to be home team on the scoreboard. We'll set the lineups as we get them for you. Flag football 7-on-7 on offense. Everybody's eligible. You have to center the ball to the quarterback, but then all 6 players are eligible. The quarterback can run as long as she's not within 5 yards of the first down or the end zone. And here we go. This elite game is underway. Lane Tech versus the Northside Mustangs. Here's the first snap. 16 comes in motion underneath. Quarterback, a lot of time, goes deep. McHale with the interception at the 42-yard line on the very first play of the game. Thought she was down. She's still not down. All the way down to the 29-yard line. And that's the start you need if you're Lane Tech. On the very first play of the game, Lane went with a contain on the quarterback, didn't rush in, gave her a lot of time to throw the ball. She threw the ball up over the middle. McHale intercepted at the 42-yard line. Thought she got her flag pulled at the 35. Got it all the way down to the 27. So first down for Lane Tech. And here comes Marissa Yulee. They need to get down to the 20 for the first down. Here comes the rush from Northside. Yulee uses the referee as a pick. Gets it out to number 16, Michaela Brown. Down to about they're going to mark it at the 23-yard line. So 2nd and 3 on this first drive for Lane Tech. So that was a 6-yard completion. So no run now available for Lane Tech. They're going to have to get this first down by passing. They just have to get it to the 20-yard line. Everybody bunched formation. Ivy Thornburg to center the ball. Yulee straight back. Underneath down to the 10, down to the 15. It's a first down. That was number 6, Allie Vanna. Senior Allie Vanna with her first catch of the day and a first down for Lane Tech. So it's going to be first and goal from the 14, from the 5, just inside the 15-yard line. Just a little underneath route there from Allie Vanna. Easy pitch and catch for Marissa Yulee. Take what the defense gives you on this kind of day.
Yes.
Yeah, it's 2-point from the 8, which is what everybody does. So Yulee bunch formation again. Michaela Brown on the right. They run underneath again. Inside the 10. Down inside the 10. That is Christy Savoyeva. So a short pass. Right now, Jones is dropping everybody back, kind of what Taft did to them, where they just dared Lane Tech to throw the ball deep. Lane Tech has adjusted early in this game and run everything underneath. The difference was Taft had 3 deep safeties. Right now, Northside just has 1, playing man-to-man on everybody else. Spread out this time. 2 receivers to the far left, 3 to the near right. Thornborough centers it. Yulee surveys the field into the end zone. Dropped at the 2. That was Ivy Thornborough. Yeah, we apologize because we came inside today because it's pouring down rain. We have some difficult camera angles, so we can't see the right side of that end zone. So here we go. Runner in the backfield. Fake to Vanna. Yulee down to Michaela Brown. Stopped at the 5-yard line. So that's going to bring up 4th down and 5. 4th down and goal from the 5-yard line for Lane Tech. So that's the defense that Northside's trying to play. Keep everything in front of you. Lane Tech has had great success this year getting receivers behind the linebackers in front of the safeties and then having large yards after the catch. So great crowd here today for our elite game. Everybody under an umbrella. So here we go. 4th down. 4th down and goal. Thornborough. Still a run available. Ball's on the 5-yard line. Thornborough to Yulee. Fake the inside handoff. Yulee looks right. Here comes the rush. That's not a flag guard. It looks like ball's up in the air. Going to be short. So after the Yulee comes up limping a little bit. After the interception, Northside holds at their own 5-yard line. So they will take over 1st and 15. Great defensive stand there from Northside. Lane looking to capitalize on the early turnover. But Lane back out on defense. Sophie Hung is going to rush. In the middle, Thornborough linebacker. Number 8, Sadia Rodriguez. Here comes the snap. Handoff down around the left end. Sophia Hung behind the line of scrimmage. Great play by her. Number 3 was the running back. Sophia Hung in quickly. Pulled the flag at about the 2-yard line. So 2nd down and 18. Chrissy Savoyeva, the cornerback on the left side. Anita Crejo, cornerback on the right side. Eliza McHale deep in the center. Here comes the snap. Quarterback rolls to her right. Comes back to the left. Fakes it. Pump fakes. Here comes Sophia Hung. Deep ball. Completion to number 16. Flag pull by Eliza McHale at the 27. But that's going to be a 1st down for Northside. And that's what we saw. That's what we heard, that the quarterback has a good arm. It's just sat down in between the safety and the cornerback. Picked up a big 1st down. So it's going to be 1st and 13. They now have to get the ball out to the 40-yard line. So 1st down's available at the 20, the 40, the 40, the 20, and a touchdown here in flag football. Regardless of where you start, it's those lines on the field. So here comes the snap. Handoff to number 15. Fake handoff, 1 number again. On the wheel route to 15. Flag pull at the 39 by Savoyeva, but it's going to be 2nd down and 1. So they fake the handoff to number 15, and she just ran out to the sideline, was wide open. So for a drive that started at the 5, went back to the 2, Northside out to the 40, almost the 40-yard line, the 39. So 2nd down and 1. In the huddle for Northside. There is a play clock. Referee starting to count. The clock doesn't stop for most anything, but there is a play clock. Number 1, the quarterback, straight back. She's looking over. Lots of room. 15 at the 45. It's going to be a 1st down. Flag pull by Thornborough and by Hung. But another 1st down for Northside. Out to the 45-yard line. So an efficient drive here by Northside. 1 long pass from the 2 to the 27, and then 3 just short passes. 2 1st downs on this drive, and they've effectively flipped the field on Lane Tech. So number 1 waits the snap. 2 receivers left, 3 on the right. Everybody goes short. Deep over the middle to number 20. Another completion. Ivy Thornborough with the flag pull, but inside Lane territory to the 45-yard line. So right now, Northside finding some gaps in this Lane Tech defense and able to hold on to the ball. Looked like there was a penalty on the play. I think they pulled the flag before the player caught the ball. So 5 yards. So 1st down at the 39. Lane Tech needs to stiffen up here. 2 receivers left, 3 to the right. Everybody goes short about a 5-yard route. Then they run some receivers deep. Incomplete to number 10 at the 35-yard line. Eliza McHale on the coverage that time. So the first incompletion on this drive after an opening drive interception. Northside had completed 5 straight passes. So it brings up 2nd down and 19 from the 39-yard line. Same defense in the game for Lane Tech. You are allowed 4 blitzes per game. Right, and normally there's a 3-count rush. The referee keeps that on the field. Number 3 drops back into the backfield. Fake the handoff. Here comes number 1 around the end. Flag pull right at the 36-yard line. Great play by Anita Crejo. If Anita hadn't made that play, number 1 was going to go for a big gain. Just a straight naked bootleg rush. It's going to bring up 3rd down from the 36-yard line. They have to get to the 20. You can punt, but I think at this point on the field, Northside would opt for 2 shots at the 20-yard line. Yeah, so the referee keeps a 3-second count on the field for the rush, or you can blitz. You have 4 of those per game. Number 1 by herself in the backfield, 6 players on the line. Here comes the snap. Everybody runs at the 5. Number 3 runs deep. So you're going deep over the middle. Caught. Caught by number 16 down at the 10-yard line. Great ball over the middle by number 1. And Northside is first and goal on the 10-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Lane Tech is going to take a timeout. And we'll be right back with you.
I think Joe Buck should be worried about his job.
He's good, isn't he?
Thank you.
Yes, you are good. You do high school games?
I do boys game in Indiana.
Are you guys from Lane? You guys work?
Yeah, my daughter's on the team.
Oh, nice. With teachers or?
No, just
Parents.
Husband and wife?
parents, yeah.
Proud parents. What number's your daughter?
She's 3. She's the
She
safety.
would have got the interception for
Oh, there you go. Hope you got that on film.
Yes.
Welcome back to the Elite 8, featuring Lane Tech and Northside. Northside started this drive on the 5-yard line, lost 3 yards on the very first play on a running play, and now has it down first and goal on the 10-yard line. Number 1 waits at her 15. Here comes a blitz. Short over the middle, completed number 13. 2 flag pulls at the 4. So a 6-yard pickup for Northside, and Lane Tech uses one of their blitzes. So second down from the 4. So that eliminates the run. But Northside has been successful with their short, deep, and medium passes. 2 receivers spread out on outside of the hashes. Here comes number 1. Lots of time. Ball goes far outside. Touchdown, Northside. Number 1 completed that to number 16.
No, I don't think so. I don't think he stopped it.
So 6-0, Northside on a 95-yard drive on a 4-yard pass from number 1 to number 16. Makes it 6-0. So they're going to go for 2, which means they're going to take this ball from the 8. There's 8:27 on the clock. Here comes number 1, drops back. Here comes Sophie Hung in the rush. Ball's deep over the middle. That's going to be complete. No, incomplete. It was dropped in the back of the end zone by number 16. So Northside strikes first and takes an 6-0 lead on the Lane Tech champions. So the rain is starting again. Lane Tech brings the ball out. The clock continues to run. So they're going to start at their own 20. Try and set this for you. Creho, Brown. We're further away than we've ever been in any game this year so far. Ivy Thornborough. Bunch formation for Lane Tech. 1 deep safety for Northside. All the other defenders bunched in. Yulee takes the snap, has a receiver out. Ali Vanna on the far left side. Out to the 30. She's still going out to the 40, 45. First down, Lane Tech. So Lane Tech with a big play on the first play of this drive, out to the 46-yard line. Marissa Yulee to Ali Vanna. Vanna ran a little bit of a wheel route, came out of the backfield. Could have been stopped about the 35-yard line, but just kept going, and Northside unable to pull a flag. So first down and about 13 for Lane Tech. They're going to mark this at the 47-yard line. Everybody bunched again. Yulee straight back, goes underneath. Alivana again down to the 40. Inside the 40, they're going to mark it as a first down. Inside to the 38, so the same pair up. Marissa Yulee to Alivana. Lane Tech looking to go fast now. Everybody has a wristband. They're getting plays in from Coach Schwartz. 6 minutes and 12 seconds left on the first half clock. Remember that Lane Tech will get the ball to start the second half. Rain's starting to come down a little bit harder. 2 receivers to the left, 3 to the right. Thornburg to Yulee. Yulee surveys the field. Northside comes in. It looked a little early. That might be one of their blitzes. She runs, misses the flagpole. Down, Yulee gets down to the 30-yard line on the run. It's going to bring up second down. Clock continues to run. Really important that Lane Tech scores on this. Then Holds gets the opportunity to start the second half with the ball and drive again. So Brown, Vanna, and Fabian come to the right. Thornborough in the middle to center the ball. Everybody, Michaela Brown open down the right side. We go underneath again to Alivana. She's down inside the 20, 10, touchdown, Lane Tech. Missed a flagpole by Northside at the 20-yard line. And Yulee to Vanna for 30 yards. So an 80-yard drive, 30-yard touchdown pass. Yulee to Vanna. Lane Tech. The rain is coming down sideways now. Lane Tech is going to go for 2. Ball's down at the 8-yard line. The game is tied 6-6, 4 minutes and 30 seconds on the game clock. There is a run available here if Lane Tech wants it. Actually, they put the ball down on the 5. They're just going to go for 1. First time they've done that all year. Over the middle. Caught. Try and get you a number.
That's 1.
Number 12.
1 point.
No, that was Yulee to. Numbers are all bunched up, sorry. But it's Lane Tech 7. Oh, I got to put the scores up. Lane Tech 7, Northside 6. Clock continues to run 3:46. We'll have a 1-minute warning. Rain's coming down, so important right now that Lane Tech holds Northside on this possession.
They started on the 5, not the 8, so they get 1. Yeah, sure.
Here goes number 1, drops straight back. She goes over the middle. She's got a receiver dropped at the 28-yard line by number 10, Creho on the coverage. So the clock continues to run on incompletions. They started from the 5-yard line at 8. Here comes number 1. She rolls out to her right just a little bit. Got a receiver short, dropped again. You can see the ball starting to get slippery. That was at the 35. Clock continues to run 2:55. Brings up third down and 20. The alternative here is Lane Tech gets a 2-for-1. If they can get a big stop here in the next 2 plays, then they have timeouts and they'd have good field position depending on the punt. 2 receivers now. Running back drops back into the backfield. This is how they ran the wheel formation, illegal motion. Fake the handoff. 15, the running back comes back across. Deep ball at the 30. First down. Nope, just short of the first down. So it's 4th and 1. So decision time for Northside. 2 minutes and 12 seconds on the clock. That was a 19-yard completion. Just lots of time for the Northside quarterback. We're not getting any pressure on her. You have to declare there's no fakes. No fakes in flag football. You can't run right now because you're 1 yard. 1:53 the clock is running. Can't get beat deep. So Northside's going to go for it. No.
It's a
So they're moving the ball back. Northside tried to move the ball back. The ball's at the 39-yard line. Here comes the blitz. Quarterback rolls to her right. Ball comes back over the middle. Incomplete. The clock's going to continue to run. Lane Tech will get the ball at the 39-yard line with 1:20 and timeouts left if coach wants to use them. So a big stand right there by Lane Tech. The clock will briefly stop at 1 minute. It'll stop on incomplete passes, and it will stop. It'll stop out of bounds. So Lane Tech takes their second time out of the game. So that was the one. No, they didn't. That was the 1 minute warning. So Lane Tech still has 2 timeouts left. They lead 7-6. 1 minute left in the first half of this rainy game. Now it looks like Northside took a timeout. So we'll give you a quick reset here of this very quick first half. Northside opened the game with the ball on the very first play of the game through an interception to Eliza McHale at the 42-yard line. She got it down to the Northside 29. Lane Tech got it down to the 5, but went out on downs, gave the ball back to Northside. Northside proceeded to go on a 95-yard touchdown drive, culminating in a 4-yard pass from number 1 to number 6. Missed, I think, just incompletes and out of bounds. Lane Tech or Northside missed the extra point, dropped it in the back of the end zone. So Northside took a 6-0 lead. Lane Tech took over on the 20, and after a couple quick passes and big yards after catch by Ali Vanna, got down to the Northside 20, where Marissa Yulee completed another pass to Ali Vanna. Ali Vanna ran it in from about the 20-yard line. Extra point for 1 was good. Made it Lane Tech 7, Northside 6. Sorry, I'll just tell you what the time is. It's too hard for me to stop it. Then after that touchdown, Northside went out on downs at their own 39. Lane Tech trying to put it in the end zone with 1 minute left. Short pass again. That's times to Savoyeva. Savoyeva down to the 25, 54 seconds, 53. The clock is running. First down available at the 20-yard line. The clock continues to run. Won't stop on first downs. Lane Tech quick to the line. 5 receivers to the right, only 1 to the left. Savoyeva trying to get her flag situated, taking a little extra time. Thornborough to Yulee. Yulee looks at the field. Michaela Brown to the right. Goes across the middle to Michaela Brown. That ball was a little late that time, letting Northside have 3 defenders there. So the clock stops with 27 seconds. Third down. First down at the 20. The clock won't stop. Lane Tech goes with the spread formation this time. Fabian in the backfield. Runs available. Nope. Fabian runs a wheel route out to the left. Yulee comes back across the middle. First down to Creho. She's down inside the 15-yard line. Timeout by Lane Tech. 19 seconds left. So Lane Tech has first and goal on the 15 with 19 seconds left in the half. That pass was completed from Yulee to Creho. Rain continues to fall. Northside really needs to keep Lane Tech out of the end zone here. Lane Tech gets the ball to start the second half. So if you catch the ball inbounds, maybe 2 more plays. If you're able to get the ball out of bounds, then you got 3 or 4. This is where you might look for the 6-foot, number 13 senior Ivy Thornborough over the middle somewhere. Throw it up and let her go get it. Ali Vanna and Chrissy Savoyeva both have shown some elusivity today, able to get away from the Northside flag pulls. So here comes Lane Tech. Ali Vanna to the left, Brown to the right, Fabian in the slot, Creho next to Thornborough. Yulee gets the ball. She's going to run. Blitz by Northside. Northside gets the flag. Clock continues to run, 11-10. Not sure Lane Tech's going to get another playoff. Great call by Northside right there to blitz. They're not going to get another playoff. 3-2-1 halftime. So Lane Tech heads into halftime, leading Northside Mustangs 7-6 in this Elite 8. Yeah, that's 5. Lane Tech leads Northside 7-6 at halftime of this Elite 8 Chicago Public League flag football game. We'll be right back after these brief pauses. Welcome back to halftime at the Lane Tech Northside Mustangs Elite 8 Chicago Public League playoff game. At halftime, on the strength of a 1-point extra point, Lane Tech leads the Northside Mustangs 7-6 with 20 minutes left to secure your spot in the second ever semifinal in the Chicago Public League. So real quick, we'll go on what's on the other side. So we mentioned on the Lane Tech side of the bracket, there were 2 upsets. Last year's champion, Back of the Yards, lost to Dunbar last Thursday, and Kenwood was Ken.
The winner of this game plays at Taft High School 6:30 Thursday.
So,
You want the PA system right here?
yep. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Chicago Public League Elite 8 game between the Lane Tech champions and the Northside Mustangs. The winner of this afternoon's game will play on Thursday at 6:30 at Taft High School. The winner of this afternoon's game, Thursday evening, 6:30 at Taft High School. Thank you. All right. 1.5 minutes left in halftime. So, in the bottom half of our bracket on last Thursday, Dunbar upset defending champions Back of the Yards, and Kenwood upset number 5 seed Whitney Young. So the winner of tonight's game will play the winner of the Dunbar-Kenwood game, which is going on right now. That game will be Thursday, 6:30 at Taft High School, hopefully not in the rain. On the other side of the bracket, is undefeated Simeon is playing once defeated Taft, and Morgan Park is playing Westinghouse. So those are the 4 elite teams on the other side of the bracket. So we are 30 seconds away from starting this second half. Lane Tech's going to take the ball at the 20. There's 20 minutes on the clock. There's a run. Missed the flagpole by Northside. Fabian gets out to the 25-yard line. So we mentioned at the top of the show, she has 6 rushing touchdowns so far this season, tied with Marissa Yulee for the team lead. So Lane Tech, second down and about 16. Balance line, 2 to the right, 2 to the left, 1 in the backfield. Yulee takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Fabian, rolls to her right, has Creho deep, avoids the rusher. She's going to take off with the ball. She's out to the 30, 35-yard line where the flag is pulled. But it's bringing up third down and 5. Oh, they're going to call flag guarding on Yulee, it looks like. Referee has her flag out of the pocket. So I'm not sure what the – nope. Nope, no penalty. All right, so third down. Ball's just outside the 35-yard line. So third down and 4. Yulee has time. She looks, she fakes. Nobody open, goes deep over the middle. Broken up. She was looking for Ivy Thornborough, but there was 2 Mustang defenders there. That's going to bring up a decision for Coach Schwartz. See how much she trusts her defense on this. No run available. It's fourth down. Referee's looking to the sideline to see what they're going to do. Looks like Lane Tech's going to go for it. The little passes they were running to Alivano on their second drive would seem to be open. Ball's in the middle of the field, so they have plenty of room if they want to run that route 2 times. They're going to take the ball outside the far right hashes. 4 receivers to the left. Only 1 to the north side sideline of. So Yulee looks to her side, throws it up. First down, Lane Tech. Out to number 13, Ivy Thornborough. So Thornborough centered the ball back to Yulee. They cleared out. She caught the ball at the 43-yard line and then was able to get it all the way down. They're going to put the ball down at the 43. So a huge fourth down pickup for Lane Tech right there. 4th and a long 4. Now they got a first down inside Northside territory at the 44-yard line. So 1st and 4. Lane gets set. Thornborough centers the ball. Here comes a blitz from a linebacker. Yulee gets outside. There's a flag. Premature rush. Michaela Brown down to the 20. She's going to be inside. I think no. Sorry, we're talking to the timekeeper. No, it runs on everything. So what they're calling there was, I'm not sure why they wouldn't just call that a blitz from the safety or the middle linebacker, but we had a flag pull inside the 40, so it's first down for Lane, and it looks where the referee's standing. They're going to put the ball all the way inside the 30-yard line. So 16 and a half minutes on the clock. Lane Tech leads 7-6. First down and 9 from the 29. Yulee drops straight back. She goes deep this time. Incomplete, off the hands of, looks like Savoyeva out there. Just some deep coverage by Northside. I think Lane Tech might want to go back to some of the underneath passes they had. 2 defenders that time on Savoyeva. The passes are just taking a little bit too long, and with Northside dropping back. If you can see it on camera, they have their 1 rusher, and then they have everybody else. Nobody's closer than 5 yards to the ball. They have 2 deep safeties. Vanna uncovered over here on the left a little bit. Fake the pitch to Fabian. Yulee fakes running out. Now she's got a defender in her face. Gets her. No, second defender comes up. Flag pull right at the line of scrimmage at the 29. So it's going to be 3rd down and 9 for Lane Tech right there. Nothing coming open deep for Lane Tech. That's been their bread and butter this season, is to wait for a deep ball to come up, a defensive breakdown. Either a linebacker comes up or a safety gets lost in coverage. But so far, Northside being very disciplined in their zone defense. So 3rd and 9, you got to figure it's 2 down territory here, so you got to get this close. Still a run available. Everybody bunched into the line of scrimmage between the hashes. 6 Northside defenders off the line of scrimmage. Yuli looks for Savoyeva. She's got her at the 25. Great flag pull down there by Northside. So it's going to bring up 4th and 5 from the 25. Lane Tech's going to go for it. 14:40 on the clock, and the clock is running. A score here would be huge. If you could get a score and a 2-point conversion, make it a 2-score game in these conditions, you'd be in a huge advantage. So Yuli waits for the snap on 4th down. Ball comes back to her at the 25. She's waiting. She goes deep. Ball just takes too long to get there. It hung up in the air. She was trying to get Savoyeva. So that's going to be a turnover on downs. I think she had Savoyeva early running underneath. She was worried she wouldn't get the 1st down. So that's going to give the ball back to Northside at their 25. 13:50 on the clock. Northside trails 7-6 in the Chicago Public League Elite 8 playoffs. So here comes Northside. Northside to the line. Quarterback number 1 comes out to her right a little bit. Rushes, the ball's deep in the middle. There's a wide open receiver. Not sure what happened on the coverage there. It's going to be a 1st down for Lane Tech. Ball went straight up in the air, but there was no Lane Tech defender in the area. McHale, the safety, been pulled out into different coverage. So 1st down for Northside. Going to put the ball down at the 42. So 1st and 18 for Northside. 13 minutes in the game. Northside trailing by 1. Looks like Sadia Rodriguez is the rush quarter now. She gets in. The ball's going to be short this time. Nope, that was Sophia Hung with the rush. Great job that time, putting some pressure on the quarterback. Lane Tech hasn't had a whole lot of pressure on the quarterback today. One blitz that resulted in a sack. Sophia Hung had a flag pull on a running play. But the quarterback so far has had a lot of time to sit back there, pick out her receivers. They have some tall receivers out there, taller than some of the defenders that Lane Tech has. So here they come to the line. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Here comes 15 into the backfield again. She's got the running. They're going to fake the handoff. So Lane Tech pulls the flag at the 47-yard line. But number 1 faked the handoff to number 15, who was going left, came back to the right, was unable to outrace Christy Savoyeva. Christy Savoyeva pulled the flag at the 47. So 3rd down and 7. Again, 2-down territory for Northside. They have to get the ball to the 40-yard line, have 2 plays to do it. Still have a running play, 11:40 in the game. Lane Tech set up in their standard defense. Sophia Hung as the rusher. Ali Van as a linebacker. Sadia Rodriguez on the right as a linebacker. Three receivers on the right-hand side. Number 1 waits for the snap. Here she goes. She gets it at her own 48. Here comes the rush. Knocked down by Savoyeva. Sadia Rodriguez and Savoyeva were there. It's going to bring up 4th down. 2 receivers there, 2 lane defenders. Savoyeva got her right hand in there and knocked it down. So here you go, 4th down for Northside. They have to get the ball. Timeout, Northside. Northside takes their 2nd timeout of the game, we think. Key play in this game right here. 10 minutes and 59 seconds left. The line to gain is the 40. So there is a run available. Lane Tech does have a blitz, but the Northside quarterback gets the snap about 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So if you're gonna blitz her, you got to get there fast and cut off those running lanes. Her favorite receiver today has been number 16. She looks like she's going to set up on the left. 15 and 16 and 1 are out on the far left-hand side. Number 20 is going to center the ball. You got 1 receiver near in the slot on the right. They fake the handoff. There's a penalty flag of some sort. Incomplete pass. They had an open receiver at the 20-yard line. Not sure why looks like a lane tech penalty. I'm not sure. That would be a 5-yard penalty. Offsides on lane tech is a 5-yard penalty. So it would make it 4th and 2. Clock continues to run 10.5 minutes. So they fake the handoff coming back to number 15. Had a wide open receiver on the 20, ball just a little bit short, fell incomplete. So there's some discussion on the field about what's going on. Let's see where they put the ball. They should put it on the 42, and it should remain 4th down. Still 4th down. So Lane Tech thought they had to stop, thought they were off the field. No run available. They'll put the ball down on the 43. So no run available now, only a pass. Ivy Thornborough in the middle, linebacker. Sophia Hung as the rusher. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, 1 in the slot. Quarterback drops back to her 49, takes the ball. Here comes a blitz from Lane Tech, short over the middle. Depends where they spot it. Ali Vanna right at the line to gain. They're going to put the ball down on the 40. 1st down, Northside. So Lane Tech used the blitz there, couldn't get to the quarterback. They ran several short routes. So 1st and 20 for Northside. 9:15 left in the game. Lane Tech looking for a defensive turnover right here. Everybody to the left side of the formation for Northside this time. Here's a snap. Quarterback rolls to her left. She's looking deep downfield. She's got a runner at the 20. Tipped up in the air by Sadia Rodriguez that time. Great coverage. They lined up everybody on the left side, did Northside that time. Kind of ran everybody to the middle, so there was a cluster of Mustangs and champions. Sadia Rodriguez got her hand in there, tipped it up in the air, fell harmlessly to the ground. So that brings up 2nd down, 8 minutes and 38 seconds left in the game. This game is just flying by. Number 1 stands at her 45, waiting for the snap. Here it comes. She rolls to her right. Sophie Hung. She's going to run this time. She's down to the 30, 25. Spin move. She's down to the 22. Is going to bring up 3rd and 2. So 2 plays to get 2 yards for another set of downs. Clock continues to run. We'll be under 8 minutes when this is stopped. Hung comes out. Fabian goes in as the rusher. So great play that time. They cleared everything out to the left side, waited, and then the quarterback took off to her right. She was 10 yards down the field before anybody got her. The ball's at the 22. 3rd down and 2. Got a pass, no run. Formation power to the right. There's a snap. Quarterback fades to her right. She's looking deep. Ball over the middle. Incomplete. Defense by Eliza McHale. Flag pull and knock the ball out at the same time. So another 4th down. So 2nd time this drive, they faced 4th and 2. Northside taking a long time in the huddle. There'll be 7 minutes when this ball snapped. They cannot run. Favorite receiver, number 16, far to the right. Everybody else to the left. Lane Tech steps up. 4th down, quarterback rolls to her right. She's got 16 over the middle if she wants her. Can't run. Here comes the rush. Ball goes deep over the middle. Knocked down. Christy Savoyeva. Christy Savoyeva on the defense. Knocked the ball down. Great play by her. Didn't try and intercept it. Clock continues to run. 6:36. Lane Tech stands 2 plays from the 22-yard line. Now Lane Tech has 6 minutes and 26 seconds to run out or score another touchdown to secure their spot in the semifinal. So there was 3 4th downs on that drive. The 3rd one Didn't work. So Lane Tech takes over at their own 24. Clock continues to run. 6 minutes when this ball is snapped. Back in the backfield, fake to Fabian. Yulee goes out to Thornborough. She's out at the 34-yard line. Play that worked on 4th down the last time. They're just forgetting about Thornborough after she centers the ball. It's going to be 2nd down for Lane Tech. Ball's at the 34-yard line. I think that Northside has one more timeout. I'm not sure. Don't want to swear to it. Yulee waits for the ball. 3 receivers to the right. Still a run available. Ball's at the 34-yard line. Need a 1st down here. Clock will continue to run regardless. Ooh. Dangerous play. The defensive back on that play was just baiting Marissa Yulee to throw the ball to Creho. She tried to undercut it. Fortunately, the ball was a little bit short, or that could have been dangerous. So 5 minutes and counting. Lane Tech needs a 1st down here. You got to imagine at this point, Coach would punt the ball on 4th down if they're unable to pick it up. But they have some underneath plays that have worked. Ali Vanna, Christy Savoyeva, everybody bunched tight. Yulee at her 30-yard line. Here comes Savoyeva underneath. She's going deep. She's got a receiver. Caught at the 49-yard line. That is number 6, Ali Vanna, and those brush burns are worth it. Yulee saw her deep. Ali Vanna came back for the ball, caught it at the 48-yard line. 1st down, Lane Tech, 4.5 minutes left in the game. Lane Tech now needs to get it to the 40, so it's 1st and 11, but what a catch by Ali Vanna. She came back, slid in on the 50 on both knees to catch that ball. A huge play. Put a star on that one if this game ends up in Lane Tech's favor. Yulee waits a snap. Straight back. Over the middle. Thornborough couldn't hold on to it that time. Clock continues to run, though, in flag football. Thornborough is at the 35. 3 minutes and 50 seconds on the game clock. 2nd down. Ball's at the 49-yard line of Lane Tech. So there is the run available. Everybody for Northside deep, 5 yards back except for the rusher. They still have at least one blitz left. They're daring you to throw the ball underneath and get yards after the catch. Here's a snap. Savoyeva is open on the flat. Ball came out of Yulee's hand awkwardly. It's a catch, though, down to the 46-yard line. So 3rd down and 6. Clock continues to run, 3 minutes and 11 seconds. A 1st down here would just about end the game. So that they've gone to Thornborough twice on plays like this. She centers the ball. She goes out to her right. She's going to pick it up again. Everybody bunched in. Let's see what happens. They got to get the ball down to the 40-yard line. 2 minutes and 47 seconds left in the game. Yulee taking her time with the play clock. She looks back. Got a receiver tipped up in the air by Ali Vanna. Almost fell to Creho. Clock continues to run. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. See what Coach decides to do here. Ball's on the 46-yard line. Looks like Lane Tech is going to go out here and try and win this football game rather than play defense. Nope, they're going to punt. So with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left, Marissa Yulee stands at her own 50. Looks like they might be willing to take a delay of game. So Lane Tech took a delay of game from the 45. Clock continues to run, doesn't stop on a penalty until under a minute. So Lane Tech leads this game 7-6, a minute 45 seconds left. It looks like the rain has started again. So Yulee's had some really good punts this year. So here's the rule. Not sure how many times you can take a delay of game. Take a delay of game down. So Northside's going to take a timeout. I have that as their 3rd timeout. We'll see if that's accurate. There's a minute 25 left in the game. Lane Tech is going to punt from their own 49-yard line. So once we get inside a minute, The clock will stop on incompletions. Doesn't stop for first downs. It will stop if they get out of bounds. Not sure if Northside has any timeouts left. Northside has had some receivers open deep on their early series in this game. So the rules on a punt are if it rolls and you pick it up, you can return it. If you touch it and then if you try and catch it and you drop it, then the ball's down wherever it went. Marissa Yulee, former soccer goalkeeper, has been able to launch some big punts this season.
No.
So clock isn't there. There's really no breeze. Any breeze is favoring.
It's got it. Oh, now it's a timeout. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, now go.
So that's going to be down right there. It's going to be down inside the 20-yard line. Yeah, the next stop will be at 1 minute. So this clock's going to run down to 1 minute. Let's see if Northside can get a playoff. Lane Tech, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Be ready, guys.
Lane Tech missing a player here. Northside went quick. Quarterback dancing, has a receiver out at the 18-yard line. Flagpole inbounds. Clock will stop at the 1 minute. Nope, it's going to keep running. Ali Vanna with the flagpole. That was out from 1 to 10. Yup, run it. So out to the 35. Ball's down right there. Bad snap. And there's a flag on the play.
Yeah, keep it going.
No, stop it. Stop it.
Sorry. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
it's second down.
So I guess run it now. Yeah, run it. Yup, run it. Here comes the snap. Ball's at the 30. Second down. They're going to fake the handoff. Go deep. Ball's up in the air. McHale on the coverage. It's going to bring up third down. McHale was there to break up the pass. Just fought her way around the receiver. It's going to bring up third down and about 9. So they can get a first down at the 40. 30 seconds on the game clock. Lane Tech leads 7-6.
So it stops now?
On an incomplete pass.
It's raining.
So here comes third down. Balance formation for Northside. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Quarterback 5 yards back. Here comes a blitz from Lane Tech. Ball's out. Ball's going to be short. 25 seconds left on the clock. Fourth down and 9. So there's a first down available. The clock doesn't stop, though, when you get a first down. Obviously, Northside's going to go for it here. Just nothing deep right now. If you're Lane Tech, you can't let any receivers behind you. There is a run. The clock would stop if the quarterback gets out of bounds. All that's on the line here is a semifinal berth on Thursday in the second CPL playoffs. McHale drops back. She's at her 45. Now she creeps back up a little bit. Quarterback takes the ball. She looks like she's going to run. Flag pull by Fabian at the 35. Clock's going to keep running. Clock keeps running. The clock runs 14 seconds left. That's the game. Lane Tech holds on and defeats Northside 7-6 in this quarterfinal CPL playoff game. By far the toughest game Lane Tech has played all year, but their defense came through again, allowed an early touchdown to Northside, but held on after that. So Lane Tech, with a huge win, continues this dream season, their inaugural season playing flag football. And here they come back to the fans. Couple huge defensive stands by Lane Tech. On the next to last drive by Northside, Lane Tech thought they had held them on 4th and 7, but there was an offsides penalty, made it 4th and 2. Northside got a first down. Then they had 2 shots at a first down from the 22. Lane Tech held and forced them out on downs. They got that ball back with about 6 minutes and 53 seconds.
You guys are done. Close that window.
Okay.
And this door will be locked. Just gotta shut the light.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you for your help.
Thank you.
Good luck next week.
Thank you.
Lane Tech got the ball back with 6 minutes and 53 seconds. Ran it all the way down. Got one first down. Got to the 45-yard line. Had a punt, but ran the clock down all the way down to 1 minute and 15 seconds. Northside was forced to use their last timeout. And then Lane Tech held. A couple big pass breakups. Great flag pull by Olivana. Did not let the quarterback get out of bounds to stop the clock or get a first down. And then the fourth down play fell incomplete on a Lane Tech blitz. Woo! What a game. So Lane Tech is on the side. I'm not sure the game could have gone much longer. Not sure how it looks on TV, but it is quite dark here at Winamax Stadium. So just as a reminder, we will be back on the air Thursday. We will be at Taft Field facing the winner of Dunbar and Kenwood in the Public League flag football semifinals. So quick score recap for everybody at home. Northside, on their second possession of the game, drove 95 yards. Northside drove 95 yards, finished it off with a 4-yard completion from quarterback number 1 to her favorite receiver, number 16. Extra point failed. On the ensuing drive, Lane Tech drove 80 yards, finished off with a 30-yard touchdown from Yulee to Olivana. Extra point was good, only for 1 this time. Turns out to be a great call by Coach Schwartz. That gave Lane Tech the 7-6 lead that they never gave up, and that was the final score. So special thanks to all the great folks at Lane Tech, head coach Caroline Schwartz, principal Miss Edwina Thompson, and athletic director Brent Badish. Lane Tech moves to 14-0 on the season and looks forward to semifinal action on Thursday when they will face the winner of this afternoon's Dunbar and Kenwood game. Game time 6:30 at Taft High School, under the lights one more time. For Mary Avery, this is Tony McHale from the north side of the greatest city in the world. Good night, everybody.